Okay, gang, here we are back for part two of the tour of our areas. And we're in Oasis Springs, this is the little desert area. And we're going to start off. I did give them most of the real estate that I've used for populace of our towns. And we gave them very few places. We gave them places to interact. But not very many. And they all have their own descriptions and everything, and once we visit them, we'll go through those. But we have a Wendy's and a Starbucks and a McDonald's and a Taco Bell and a Burger King. Those are their fine dining options. We're not giving them any luxuries whatsoever, but we are giving them options, as we'll see. As we hit more venues moving over here, we're going to start off. Rosa Bean will be so happy that Pee Wee Herman has entered the match. So we have Pee Wee Herman and Pee Wee's Playhouse right here in our desert. And he lives right next to the Karaoke Temples, which is the karaoke bar. And right next to that is the Boozers and Losers nightclub. So they do have places to interact and mingle. But I just made sure that those places were limited. So if they want to do something, we have a chance of more people going to the same spot. That's what we're looking for, is interaction and chaos and mayhem. So, moving on in this neighborhood, we have our neighborhood coffee and heavy cream, or our household coffee and heavy cream, and this is one that I created with 3 dark molasses brothers and 3 sizable white women, all paired up into couples, and this is one of the families I kept that I made up just because I like the concept. The chick's name in small to large or whatever. The smallest one, her name is Buttercream, and then the biggest one, her name is Bavarian Cream, and then the one that looks like someone put the first 2 into a pillowcase and hit this bitch in the face with it. Her name is Sour Cream. And they live all shacked up in this nice little house with their partners of choice. Like I said, I'm just reporting what I see as an observer of society. I see this. All right, so who's better suited to live right next to them? You guessed it. It's Karen. Every neighborhood, every town, everything, everyone, every place has a Karen. We're no different. We have a Karen and her husband, who likes to nonchalantly just chill in his bathrobe. His name is Stop Karen. Because he stopped Karen a long time ago when he figured out what he is tethered to. Now, we're going to move up to this top neighborhood over here. And this is Transparent Trouble. This is a haunted house. It's occupied by nothing but ghosts. And they've all died in different ways. Like one of them died by electrocution, one of them died by fire, one of them died by drowning, one of them died by embarrassment, one of them died by... It goes on, but they've all got different causes of death. And this is where they live, in the haunted house up in the top of the desert. Not a lot of deserts have a haunted house. Mine does. This is how we do it. Anyway, right next to that is our little household, Stella's Secret, which is, of course, Stella No Fella, and Bubba Fat, the booty hunter, and their bastard child, Hubba Bubba. Which, if you know the backstory, Stella had a tragic accident as a babysitter when she was little, and 2 kids drowned in a pool on her watch while she was sleeping on the couch. So, whenever she tracked down Bubba Fat, the booty hunter, for his seed, she murdered him and encased him into the walls to raise their bastard child alone. But she brought him back to life to share the household with him in ghost form, and has also vowed to keep little Hubba Bubba away from water for the rest of his life, so he never has a possibility of dying from drowning. And that's the story there. So, this poor little stinky bastard Anyway, we'll not to focus, but we'll keep moving on. Right next to them are the Staroids, and it's the Star Wars people that hang out in Boba Fett's universe. So they have a house conveniently located, or an apartment, whatever, right next door. And then right across the street is where my house is. It's me, motherfucker. And obviously, I'm still at the Bundy's house because I just left there. So this is my house with obviously the traits of fast internet, great acoustics, and natural light. That's how we roll. And just north of me, moving clockwise, we have, come on, get on there, the Golden Girls in their villa, conveniently located out here in the desert, which I believe that show is like in Arizona or Florida. I don't know. Somewhere dry. Oh no. Somewhere hot. I know it's somewhere hot. So anyway, we have them. We have the Golden Girls. And right next to the Golden Girls, like I said, we are giving these people options. So we have the Sandy Butt Hotel. And that's where maybe crazy hookups will happen. Now, you'd think I'd go all the way around clockwise, continuing, but we're going to jump straight to the middle to our Disney castle. It's Fucked Up Fairy Tales. And this is where we have 5 of the Disney princesses shacked up with our Cruella de Vil and Maleficent characters, which have been aptly renamed to Cruella de Vil in homage to the Cadillac. And instead of Maleficent, her name is Male Deficient. But they are also shacked up with Mr. Peepers, the pedophile, the creeper, stranger danger man. He lives in this mansion with all these women, and they all have beds, and he does not. So he sleeps wherever. Moving on. Oh, before we wrap out of this town, we have to visit the trailer park. I almost feel like we have to visit the trailer park. Now over here in the first trailer, we have the Supremes. And it's just a tiny Mexican couple. Well, he's tiny, she's not so tiny. But it's a Mexican couple, and they have 5 kids. Why 5 kids in a little small trailer, you say? Because there's one more slot, and I'm saving room for a newborn. Because, like I said, we want to make the promise of magic in everything that we do on this game. So we're leaving room for one more in this little bitty trailer for a household of 8. And moving on, right next to them, we have another 2 trailers that I do not have occupied yet, but they will become occupied, make no mistake. But we're going to leave those open until we figure out who is best suited to go in. And I think I already have an idea who's going in. I know I got one, but going by the next residents of the trailer park, you'll kind of figure out where I'm going with this. Up here we have Nancy Pelosi, and she's the trailer park manager. So the manager of the trailer park is Nancy Pelosi. So we'll go on to the next lot. And in these 3 trailers, we have Joe Biden and his wife, Barack Obama and his wife, or husband, or whatever. I don't know. Does it have a dick? Beats me. I know it has an Adam's apple and can palm a fucking basketball. So if you're doing like 3-on-3 with a half court with some of your bros, and Michael or Michelle Obama is on the side or whatever, put that motherfucker at power forward, and y'all are going to go to Pizza Hut and have beer and pizza, because you will be victorious. Anyway, along with, in the 3rd trailer, there's Kamala Harris. Why wouldn't she be? And then we're moving over to our last set of 2 trailers. We have the Clintons and Elizabeth Warren. And if you can see in the thumbnail there, looks like Hillary is out and about on town. Oh, that's right. She was in the neighborhood over there by the Bundys. But there's Elizabeth Warren and Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, always dapper in a suit. But our Bill Clinton walks around with no pants on. So he lives there with Hillary and Elizabeth Warren, and Hillary is wearing the blue Monica dress. Because that's how I like to set things up, with premise. And so both of Hillary and Elizabeth Warren, they both have a trailer apiece, and Bill will flop back and forth between them. Let's see what happens. All right, so that wraps it up for our desert. Like I said, we have a karaoke place, a nightclub. This is where our restaurant row chain thing is, and we have our hotel. The rest of it is all residential. And like I said, our last town was all residential. So in the next town, it's a good mix of activities and populace. This one is actually the least populated of the three. I think both of these, this one has 10, which I think is actually maybe 11. But this one has 11, and this one has 7. But this one has more activities. Because like I said, that's what we're looking for, is interaction. So we're going to start down here at the bottom of the map of Willow Creek. And we have, it's a waterway park. Just no big deal, just a park waterway. A place where they can have fun. And like I said, I wanted to make sure I had one of everything, but not too much of anything. Because if they're going to do something at a place, I want them all to go to the same place. And then, so we have a pool, community pool right next to that. And then the next house, we have a little bungalow with Cheech and Chong. That's right, Cheech and Chong is in our little world. And look, they are right here in suburban America. And right next to them is the house of Plot Twist. And that's basically the evil people from the Harry Potter movies. The ones that wear black. And speaking of wearing black, we could come up here to this other, I'm jumping ahead, but we're going to come up here to this other house, and we're going to the house of Pulp Friction, who also wear black, with John Travolta and Uma Thurman and Samuel L. Jackson in the household of Pulp Friction, and they will be commonly interacting with the house of Plot Twist, and these two families will actually be interacting with another family that wears black. That's right, it's the Pulp Matrix Mystery Manor household. And what that is basically Morpheus and Neo and Trinity and Agent Smith from the Matrix also, who wear black. And they're going to have the other two families visit them quite often. And the mystery is, who's going to get a goddamn nap? Because I've removed all the beds. So, like I said, we're just setting the stage, and we're going to let stuff play out, and I'm not going to spoil everything, but I'm giving you some little tidbits of what is to come. And okay, so right now we're going back to our other neighborhood here. Like I said, we were at Cheech and Chong, and we made it to the house of Plot Twist. And right there, we're sticking with the fairy tale theme in this thing as well, and we have Rapunzel branched off from the fucked up fairy tale household, and she is here secluded in Rapunzel's tower. So we have that option to dick with. Like I said, magic, intrigue, mystery, we got it all. Right down here we have the Learning Shits Library. This is where you go learn activities and read books, check out books and whatever, interact with other people, or just be smart. And like I said, all these places have their descriptions, and we'll go through those once we visit them. The Fat Ass Fitness Center, this is where you go work off those unsightly pounds should you have the bikini competition coming up in the spring. Right next to the gym, we have America's Sweethearts. Back before, I don't know, Brangelina. We have Burton Lonnie. That's right, Burt Reynolds is back from the grave, tagged up with Lonnie Anderson. So here they are, and we're just going to stick in the same little neighborhood. Like I said, this is the Pulp Matrix Mystery Manor, where they will get no rest whatsoever. And we're going to go to the Harry Potter Hogwarts squad at the Pig Farts School of Magic. That's right, in my world, we don't teach magic, we teach tragic. And the tragedy is, I've removed all the toilets from this enormous fucking house. So we have the Harry Potter gang and Dobby. They all live in this big ass fucking mansion, and it has 3 basements with the chamber of secrets and everything, and they will be pissing and shitting everywhere. So there again, we're not really gonna do much. We just set the rules, and we're gonna see what happens. Now across the way is another household that is partly famous people and partly people that I made up. It's called Charles Darwin's Grab Bag. And it's basically an apartment complex that houses a kleptomaniac clown, a gigantic mongoloid freak baby. Back there in the back row, you can see the helmet-wearing Saul McCartney. That is the goofy, unclaimed child of Paul McCartney. We'll see how the story plays out, but right next to him is, and I can't remember the guy's name, but this guy is basically a placeholder. But I want him to be like that dude that was in the 70s that wore bell-bottoms and always rainbow shirts, and he had long curly hair, buck teeth, and everything was possible in the world of magic. Well, that's who that guy's going to be. So he's just a placeholder, but also in the household we have, let's see, my weird-bodied, bearded man, woman, I don't know what it is. I named it Tranny Wreck. So we have that weirdo in here, as well as, sticking with that same theme, we also have Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show, and then moving from there to the left, we have Alfred E. Newman from Mad Magazine and Mr. Bean. That wraps up the household of Charles Darwin's Grab Bag. And we're going to move forward. Like I said, over here is the house of Pulp Fiction. And then across the way, we have Wasabi Park, just a little Japanese-themed park, another place for them to hang out and interact and do nature-themed stuff. And right next to that, we're giving them a taste of art and culture. We're giving them a museum, which this is still basically a work in progress. I have to put a bunch of fucked up shit in it, but we'll get there. And over here we have the White House, because, you know, in a world of chaos, you're going to need a governing body to try to establish order. And who better to do it than the guy who has really put up stats. You know, I'm not really politically swayed. You would think I was by all the people that I put in the trailer park. And since I got Donald Trump still in the White House, you would think that I go one way or the other. But no, I'm just a big fan of results, which is the whole purpose of why we're doing these videos. We're looking for the results. And there again, without any influence of my own doing, Donald has put up results, so he gets to stay in the White House. And sharing the White House with him is his wife, Melania, his son, Barron. Also in the house is Stormy Daniels. And locked away in the basement is Dr. Anthony Fauci in an isolation tank, secluded from the COVID virus, so he can research and save us all from it. And also, just to keep those mad hats together, I figured we needed a mediator, and who other than George Carlin. I figured that would make sense of all of it. And right next to the White House, of course, we have the Black House. And sharing the occupancy of the Black House is Kanye and Kim. And also, as advisors, he has Andre 3000, Snoop Dogg, Tupac, Eddie Murphy, and Steve Urkel. So that is the Black House, and at night it glows in neon lights, lit up like the club, because why wouldn't it be? Moving on to our final little block over here, we have stuff that we're, like I said, we're still renaming, but like I said, we're not really going to have to stress towards that until we actually visit the venues with the other families. But we have a bar over here, and we have another nightclub, and then we have a comedy club. So we have, you know, all the options that you could possibly give them between parks and activities and workout places and libraries and museums, food, restaurants, places. We have all that. It's all checked off. So the rest of it, I use the real estate for populace. And coming over here to this hotel over here, we have the Petty Kooky Couples. And this is just oddball couples that I just threw in at random. We have Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World, the Olsen twins, Laurel and Hardy, and holding it all together in this household is shirtless Tom Petty back from the grave. Because, you know, some people deserve a second chance. I believe Tom Petty was one of those people, even though he was old, but in our world, he begins anew. And since that is since that is possible, why don't we bring another motherfucker back from the grave? That's right, filing out the last person that we have created for our fucked up neighborhood of chaos. We brought back Jeffrey Epstein, who lives over here in the nightclub bar district. And yep, weird shit will go on at this house, I assure you. So, if finally we might be able to see him actually kill himself, it will no longer be hearsay or speculation. So, these are all three of my towns. This is part 2 of 3. If you haven't seen the first video, it's basically just an introduction of how the game plan has changed and the first town, and how it will tie into these other 2 towns, and how all these families will mingle with myself and the hilarity that will ensue. And like I said, I'm cutting out all the boring parts, and I'm just going to edit all the good noteworthy parts and the funny parts, and then do the commentary over that. So these will be finely crafted episodes, but these are all, I mean, you can't really shoot the stuff for the fucking extras on the DVD if you don't shoot it while you're doing all the stuff. You see what I'm saying? So, Chronicle number 2 of our entire civilization. This is it right here. So, anyway, stay tuned. I guess the rest of it now is just for me to start playing the game and recording, which, like I say, I'm going to interfere very little, unless the wheel of fate lands on divine intervention and I am forced to intervene and make force fucked up situations. And that's all going to be part of the game. That's what I said. It's all going to be, each episode is going to be done at random. It's going to be me hanging out with a specific family and then going to a specific venue with either that family or another family, or a mix of the two, or just people at random. We'll find out whenever we spin the wheel of fate, and I'll show you how all that works, probably in a little bumper before the first episode comes out, but you'll see how it's all going to play out. I've got this all finally thought out and crafted. You're not going to regret paying attention to all this shit. It is very, very, I would say unique. It's going to be very, very unique and worth keeping an extra set of pants by, because you may pee the first set. So, anyway, wrapping up, second video. These are all the people in our neighborhood, and we'll see what happens. Maybe something, maybe nothing, but something's going to happen, because if it doesn't, like any good plan, it will evolve, and we'll make it happen. That's right. Torment Town is about to go down, motherfuckers. Peace out.